Hey guys, I'm Dinah from the second floor and I'm going to talk about hall policies with you today. So first off, I just want to emphasize that these hall policies are not meant to be against you in any way. They're just to create a safe and positive environment for everyone in the building. First policy is our noise policy. Clement has 24/7 courtesy hours, which basically just means that you're going to respect your neighbors and speak quietly and respectfully in the hallways. At night, Sunday through Thursdays, from 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. is quiet hours, and basically someone from 2 doors down from your room shouldn't be able to hear what's going on in your room. Same quiet hours apply for Friday and Saturday from midnight to 8 a.m. Next up is visitation. Visitation rules are a little different this year due to COVID-19. You can have visitors who are campus residents from the hours of 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. Monday through Friday. Those residents cannot spend the night on those nights. Off-campus guests, whether they're ECU students or not, are not permitted in the residence halls this year due to COVID-19. You should try to plan to meet your family or friends off campus. Do not bring them in the building. Weekend visitation, you can have ECU residential students spend the night on weekends, that's Friday and Saturday, if your roommate says it's okay. Alright guys, our next policy is our escort policy, which basically just states that you will follow around and escort any guests that you do bring into the building. This is just to keep the environment safe for everyone and keep track of others. Escort your guests to the bathroom, but if they are of the opposite sex, obviously don't follow them in there. And we do expect that your guests comply with any policies, or you will be documented as well as your guests for violating any of these. Our alcohol policy follows the same state's law regulations, just stating that because you are under the age of 21, you will not be drinking any alcohol in the dorm room and you will not have any in your room. You cannot possess or consume alcohol in the building. You cannot allow any guests who are 21 to drink in the room or in the building either. All these policies are in the resident handbook if you want to freshen yourself up on them. You also cannot have any alcohol paraphernalia. So any empty alcohol bottles or cans, whether they are keepsake for decoration or you drink them, they cannot be in the room. This also goes for any signs that pertain to alcohol, as well as any shot glasses or beer bongs that are in your room. This rule only doesn't apply to you if you are over the age of 21. All right. Next is our fire safety. If you hear the fire alarm go off, do not come outside and ask your RA, is this a drill or not? Just follow the rules and head on outside. Obviously use the stairs, do not take the elevator. And please do not tamper with any fire equipment. You will be seriously fined and you will have some conduct issues if you do so. Smoking and vaping cannot be done inside the building. You can take it outside. You must be 100 feet away from all the doors. Our smoke detectors also have particle detectors and they will go off if you smoke or vape in your room. Also, if you smoke marijuana in the residence halls, it will be smelled in the hallways and ECU police will be called to respond. All right, our next policy is vandalism, and vandalism includes more than just the destruction of property. It's more than just breaking things. It's tearing apart our communities. It's causing campus living to restrict access to some of the resources that you guys would really enjoy if things weren't vandalized. It is every student's responsibility to take care of our communities and report any vandalisms. If you do not report vandalisms, you are kind of participating in them, and you and the people involved could be subject to criminal charges, student conduct charges, damage bills, and your housing contract could be canceled. This is especially true if you are caught tampering with fire equipment. Please take care of the building. As far as your keys and your fobs go, your keys are your keys. They are state property and they should not be given away to other residents. If you do give them away, we may assume that you lost your keys and you could be charged with buying more keys. So that's to remind you that keys are $120 for your actual room key and $30 for the fob. So you could be looking at paying $150. If you do happen to lose your key though, you could go to the NSO and get a 24-hour loaner key to find your key. If for any reason you do violate these policies and you get a conduct violation and you're documented, Campus Living will reserve the right to review and or cancel your contract. The following that I'm about to list are a few examples of behaviors that could result in your contract being canceled. Were you to be caught selling, manufacturing, possessing, using drugs, counterfeit drugs, or drug paraphernalia, participating in a felony arrest, fighting, harassment, or possession of a weapon in the dorm room, starting a fire or tampering with fire equipment in the dorm, theft or vandalism of dorm property, and propping doors and allowing unauthorized guests into our buildings. Thanks, guys. Another policy that has changed due to COVID-19 is our room occupancy policy. Currently, every resident is allowed to only have one guest at this time.
Let's talk about documentation and what it is. Okay, so if you get docked by an RA, basically what it is you have broken a policy and we're just documenting the situation. It sounds like what it is. But we're not assigning you to say like, oh, hey, yeah, you did this wrong and now you definitely did it wrong, you're guilty, whatever. What happens is you have a case with a coordinator or a hearing officer, so you'll meet most likely in this office, maybe another one, and you'll just discuss the situation. So like really whenever we are docking you, we're just saying, okay, yeah, I was here and I saw this happen, and we're not assigning judgment, we're not telling you like anything. So if you get docked, it's just us observing you and what happened. So if you think you see a policy being broken, if you feel like your neighbors are too loud, if you hear a party going on above you, anything, and it's between 8 p.m. and 5:30 a.m., you should call the duty phone. It is 252-916-1518. You can find it on all of your RA's important information board. Numbers on the 10th floor are posted on every single wall, so you can find it. But that's the RA on duty. They will help you. Any problem you have in the middle of the night, they got you. So we have that. If you have a situation that's like a real emergency, like somebody's really not doing good, something, call ECPD, and you can find that on the important numbers list in any of your RA's resources.
Hey guys, I'm Lauren and I'm your 4th floor RA, and today I'm going to be talking about academics with you. So our first and biggest piece of advice is to go to your classes. Right now with the situations we're in, we need to go because if you miss one class, it's almost like missing an entire week, and that will set you really far behind. Next, you really want to make sure you reach out to your professors. They're the ones that can help you if you're struggling. They know what they need to teach you. Next, we have Starfish, which is a program that lets professors flag situations if you're not doing too well in the class, and then we can reach out to you to help you and find you new resources. We are here to help you. We want you to know that. So we have a person called the Peer Academic Leader who is specifically designed to help you with these situations when you're struggling. Also want to make sure you enroll in study groups, find people that are in your same major, taking the same classes, going through the same things as you are, so you're all experiencing it and you can help each other along the way. Use a planner. Everything in college is way easier with a planner because you can map out everything that you have going on throughout the week, throughout the month, the day, so that's a good thing to have. And once again, the best way and the easiest way to get good grades is to go to class.
Okay, so to wrap things up, be on the lookout for information from your RAs. They'll communicate with you on how to join the floor group meet to get you involved in your floor communities. Read your email constantly because that's the university's main form of communication with you. That's how we'll tell you about fun events and stuff. And get involved, explore campus, talk to your RAs about ways to do that. And we're so excited to see you soon.
Is that it?
That's it.